And right now on the weekend, they're 3-0.
Yeah, they're having a great weekend. I think the addition of Megan Fudge has been a big impact too for that team.
For sure. And Brennan and Jack are going to have to play strong here. I was scrimmaging Rafa and Blaine last night. They're a team of crash and bash. Not to say that they can't dink or reset, but they can primarily cause a lot of kind of creative havoc on the crash and bash with those third shot dipping drives. We're about to get started though, but as you said, beautiful conditions for spectating, for walking, for playing, for commentating. It's really how you would draw it up. This weekend has been a real treat for everyone involved in pickleball and MLP. Or sometimes there's actually injury or kind of warranted decisions that go into that. But we'll try to track that down for you because that does factor into who will react in mix.
Game 1, time in, 0-0.
Yeah, definitely watch for that backhanded flick from Long. That was a big weapon for him in some of the matches that they've had earlier this weekend.
Blaine's already hopping back to the baseline. I love it though. I love it. He's probably filled with a Celsius or two, and they've got a big day ahead. They have 2 matches. And the Slicer, either, you know, it's widely considered as the top or the second best challenger team right now. I think B-Long would be considered one of the more Ernie happy challenger males that we've got here at MLP.
I think that was there for Long, just overcooked it a little bit.
Jack Monroe so good with the hands. Not the heaviest hands by any measure, but always gets one back. He can go 3, 4, 5 in many exchanges, and that's really why he's been such an impactful player for the Slice.
Monroe also ambidextrous, so you'll see him serving with his right hand, playing out most of the points with his left, occasionally switching mid-point, so keep an eye on that.
Oh, is that Mari Humber or Brendan Long? Nice Ernie and kind of rolling volley out to the sideline there. Risky transition rip there from Jack, but it pays off. Brennan ready for it.
5-4.
Who do you think has the better uniforms, Carolyn?
Ooh.
I'm sorry for asking the tough questions on a Sunday morning.
6-4.
I'm gonna have to go with Slice. They're a bit more creative, but I do like the simplicity of Vegas.
It's B-Long time. His third mini Ernie been playing for, I think, 6 or 7 years, based in South Florida. Very smart. I mean, half of the Ernie is anticipation, and either knowing that cross-court dink's coming a little high or their players' heads down. I feel like this is a clinic right now. Straddling that corner, flicking the wrist.
8-4.
Slice building a bit of a lead here. Momentum shifts so fast. We'll see what Vegas can pull off here.
6-8.
Wow, and that's the new Gamma paddle. There's a one, it's a 1 of 1. It's a 19mm thick paddle called the Airbender that's Brennan using. It's obviously approved, but it's going to come to market later. This is not a plug, but I was able to use it today. We were all surprised at how thick and chunky that thing was, but it feels really, really nice. Blaine and Rafa getting each other started. Some energy there.
7-9.
The crash, bash, bash. We warned you.
8-9.
Galen, weren't you saying that the Night Owl men are a little bit different than how they started the season?
Yes, yes. The team made 2 changes, I think, in the most recent trade period. There was previously 2 different men on the team. So Hewitt and Havanier are playing together for the first time this weekend. This is their 4th match together, but they're certainly finding their groove.
B-Long saying challenge immediately as he comes to the bench. Rafa on the receiving end of no shortage of controversy due to some line calls over the past few months. So they're going to stick with their out call.
Oh gosh, that angle is... Oh. That's it.
Are you sure? Just kidding. No, I mean, everyone's getting to learn. Thank you to the high-res instant replay. But everyone's getting to learn the evolution of the rules and the interpretations with the quadrants and 75% in, and coaches, players, GMs, commentators. It's been a learning process in real time.
Yeah, for sure. And when the ball's moving fast, it...
fun facial expression there as he gets Blaine at that comp. But 3-point game here.
Yeah, still anybody's battle.
That's the funny but also confusing thing about rally. You know, it feels short. Games are to 25. There's so many points being kind of scored back and forth. But it's a bit of a grind, and if you've ever played full-on minor league pickleball matches or been in major league pickleball, it doesn't feel all that short. You know, it's 40, 50, 60 rallies to close out one of these games. Jack not afraid to go at Blaine here on some of those more neutral dead sitters.
15-10.
Nice shot from Brennan, getting aggressive on the serve there. The serve has been a point of focus and challenge this weekend.
Yes.
Brennan, Will Howells, Colin.
If they can hit that dipping third.
Well said. Oh, I love that patience from Brennan, but good sustained pressure there from Rafa and Blaine, keeping him back at the baseline.
11-16.
Oh. I think Rafa played an out ball there.
So hard to calibrate as you're being aggressive, as you're moving, and you know, high ball is potentially an attackable ball, but so hard to judge in real time. This is also the battle of the new coaches.
Yes.
Blaine saying, "Hey, I got the backhand roll."
Yeah, Steve Deacon, a new presence on the Las Vegas Night Owls sideline, and Carlos DeLora stepping in as coach of the slice.
We should not forget that Carlos is the most successful Peruvian coach in Major League Pickleball history. Way to give him one friendly plug.
A new title.
Yeah. I'd like to see the slice just be a little bit more patient around the kitchen. They can outdink and I think outsmart, but they're pulling the trigger a little bit fast here.
19-14.
Good D hustle there from Rafa to get so many balls back at his feet. And it's always confusing, Carolyn, with Rafa. I've watched him for a few years. He's certainly a good player. I never know if his defense is like very good or the way he scrambles makes it feel very good. You know, he does get balls back, but it's that kind of thrashy reset from the ankle that makes it so fun to watch.
He'll occasionally spin in a circle.
That's true.
21-14.
21-14. Slice really pulling away here. And another misserve from Long.
15.
They're fortunate. He's fortunate. They're fortunate that they've built a little bit of breathing room for themselves. But those misserves just can't be happening at this level.
16-21.
think that's what Belong should be doing all day. Rafa and Jack getting in a cross-court dink, I'd give that 60–70% advantage to Jack. Same for Brennan cross-court. Jack's so quick on the fast hands with their compact hands. That's one of the things that when he plays in Austin, he plays at the lab, something you just notice in person or when you're across the net. There's just very little flail. It's all pop, pop, pop.
Nice adjustment from Long hitting his serve there. And we've got a game point for the slice, 24-16.
Probably a point of the match, but I wish that was game point of the match. That was really intense defense there.
Would have been a nice one to end on. So Vegas Night Owls live to see at least one more point, 2 more points.
Good point, Carolyn, as it is serve to score, serve to win when you're at 24.
All right, they're not going to slow down.
18-24.
All right, game point number 2 for the slice.
24-18.
Classic Brendan Long fashion, he fit out there. But we've got a fun women's match. This should be very good. Zoe and Judy, up until late, had been a very dominant women's team, helping the Owls cruise to the top of the charts. They've stumbled recently, and we have a kind of a pretty fiery and smooth and ball-making combination in Alice and Megan.
Yeah, Allison and Megan, their defense and ability to just stay in the point is pretty remarkable. And I'd say on the side of Vegas, one of the biggest differences that I've seen so far this weekend compared to prior weekends is Zoe just hasn't been quite as involved or quite as much of a force. I don't know if that's teams being smart and trying to, kind of ice her out and play around her, or if there's other factors at play there, but she has just, we haven't really been saying her name quite as much, and I think that's something that I'll be at least keeping an eye out for in this particular game. Oh, what a great point.
Great points from all 4 ladies.
And Zoe already, I think, honestly feeling more active in these first 4 points or 3 points than she was even in some of yesterday's or prior matches this weekend. So excited to see her really light up. It should give us a really good game.
Yeah, Zoe's game style and play style, if you talk to players and you observe her, it feels a little bit like the female Ben Johns, where, she's has a very similar form and technique. She's shared in quite a few videos how she tried to model some of the key shots after him, and has a great stature, footwork, and kind of lively arm. Her and Etta have kind of the same archetype and how they play women's dubs. Oh, there we go. Thank you, Zoe.
Yeah, sort of a moderate amount of pressure to be compared to Ben Johns, but an enormous compliment nonetheless.
Wow, Judy with a really nice roller through the middle there. Megan sliding to cover herself in line. Judy brings it back cross body. That's nifty.
Yeah, this looks like the Night Owls women's team that we've seen in prior weekend tournaments.
Yeah, they had crushed in DC and Salt Lake, right? I think in Salt Lake they had a really good one. Sometimes it becomes a little bit of a meme, but you know, MLP, even tour events, it's a lot about energy, playing loose and having fun. And Judy and Zoe seem to have brought that back to their game styles.
Great spot from Harris.
Nice job from Zoe there. Definitely a breeze picking up in a pretty strong direction. It's at the backs of Judy and Zoe, so Megan and Allison are into this. I think a little bit of a disadvantage for Megan, given how much she likes to slice return and slice drop. That ball's going to sit up. We haven't had such early morning winds the last few days. But don't take that as a complaint. The weather and the scenery have been beautiful here at Woman Rink.
That ball goes long.
8-7. And this guy right here, a future pickleball Hall of Famer, has been playing pickleball for a number of years, winning medals.
That's what making another ball gets you. A loose error there from the Night Owls.
9-7.
And John's like Carolyn and that nice backhand flick. I mean, you just don't see it. Again, I'm not comparing her to the living goat in a direct way, but her game style and her strokes are something that I think more women are trying to incorporate into doubles.
10-8.
Job of going behind Zoe. Zoe's been pinching in pretty aggressively, moving towards the middle, and Harris is doing a really nice job of finding the space behind her.
Really good point there. It's great to have seen Allison kind of incorporate a lot more offensive. It's not necessarily pure power, but it's angles, it's nifty tricks, it's changing up the patterns. She's always been so good on just making balls on the dink side and the defensive reset side.
Yeah, for sure.
Her floor is so high, and that's what we should all aim for. You want your floor and your consistency to be so high, and then upon that you build in weapons, tools, techniques that bring a lot more pressure.
That's just too good from Zoe. Ball was not coming back. Nice spot from Fudge, taking the slice to a 13-11 lead as we go into this end change. Let's take a look at DUPR ratings. Slice, again, with quite an edge over the Night Owls.
It was 71% game one. This matchup 72. Maybe the first mix will be 73. Not ratcheting it up one by one.
Yes. According to DUPR, Slice is in a pretty dominant spot here. Obviously, that's just a number based on an algorithm and how people show up, and the teamwork and camaraderie out here across all four of these players is another key factor that can't really be captured there, but certainly it seems that Slice has an edge in this matchup today.
Slice just having a good weekend. They have 2 matches today, so this one, they're going to play Miami Pickleball Club later this afternoon, which is a real test for both teams in both franchises, but really good weekend here in New York for the Slice.
Yeah, I'd say as far as challenger matches go, that Slice Miami one will be one to try to make sure you can catch. It should be a great one. And I believe the winner of that will take over the #1 spot in the challenger standings after this weekend.
As per points per match right now, because it's always an evolving equation, and that's coming up at 1:30 on Grandstand. Zoe looking for confirmation that that was indeed out. It was close, but a mental win. She really had Allison frozen there.
Did you think that was out?
Yeah.
Oh, it was.
For sure.
Clearly out.
No, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, the wind has kind of died down. Too, I wonder if it was still there, if that would have stayed in.
16-13.
That ball might have given the Night Owls some confidence and swagger to start to battle back a bit more here. We'll see what they can do with their serve.
Commentator
hate
curse.
to see that, I know.
Quick weather check brought to you by Ryan's Apple Weather widget. It's 65 degrees here. Should get up to 75, but the ball's playing a little bit fast relative to all the tour and MLP stops we've seen, where it softens up a little bit, and given a new ball every game, it definitely allows folks to be a lot more powerful. One-point game here on Grandstand.
It was a nice point. Both of these teams are playing really good pickleball.
16-17.
can share from a coach perspective. Everyone, you know, the players themselves have played the opponents dozens of times in a variety of events, and you certainly want to go in with a game plan depending on how your players are performing, what's really working for them, and what you've observed. Someone really kind of having a hole or weakness that weekend, but sometimes strategy just goes out the window in these kind of trading of points. Is, you know, no amount of strategy can get you out of the hole 4 unforced errors in a row. You know, it's really just about making balls, and some of the set strategy, not to belabor the point, comes in and around the kitchen. But if you're not getting to the kitchen,
yeah,
you know, it makes it tough. It's like saying, hey, you should hit this chip shot when you're at the green, but you got to get off the tee. You got to hit a fairway long iron. And so now, right now, they're just trading like short bursts. The Slice are going to ask for a hindrance on the bench of the Night Owls on one of those putaways. That there was a large exclamation from the bench saying they had won the point.
Yeah, we got a solid come on. Critical decision here. What's your take, Ryan?
I do think it was a hindrance. Replay of point?
Nine, 19.
Adjust. I think a moment like that can be a little bit complicated to come back from. It's sort of.
And we just got clarity. Sorry, that was not a replay point. There was no hindrance called. The Night Owls ended up winning that long rally prior to the point we just saw. So they're up. Oh, Vida Castillo are lucky to have gone without penalization.
Getting into it a little bit with the Slice fans. I think Fudge getting into it a little bit with the. I think there's some fans on the Vegas side up in the stands who are cheering a bit more aggressively. But, you know, I think the players, it can be really tough, but it's important to stay locked in the game and not get overly influenced or distracted by outside factors, and certainly not fans cheering for the other team. Great hands by Zoe there, bringing that ball down really nicely. Got a 1-point game.
21-20.
Dribbler falls back.
So
the
men's doubles game was spirited, not competitive. Would we call this one competitive?
Spirited and competitive, for sure.
A bit of both. The net was not her friend on the prior point and was her friend on this one.
A reaching forehand crash there from Zoe on the stretch. Very athletic by her. They're up by 2 now. Really good combination there from Zoe. She was ready from on a forehand to a quick backhand switch.
Yeah, I think Zoe really, I think the X factor in this game. She has been very involved, very strong.
Vida with some sick drops and resets here. She's done her part to get them in.
Yeah, both ladies on the Vegas side having a really good game, and I think just playing really well together. That's like, it's the first time seeing them, I think, gel in a much more effective way.
From the slice woman. Both of them getting up in the air. It's hard to focus a little bit, Carolyn, as it's tense here, but we can hear Deckel's roars from championship court.
Last bit of my life and MLP being here, random fans, or random people walking through the park, stopping at bridges to pause and watch the matches. I think we're getting pickleball exposed to a much wider set of people here this weekend. It's pretty special.
Game point for the slice.
Ballsy lob.
But that's in her bag. I don't
like
need it. Zoe hugs that kitchen line, looks and leans in so much. That's her first lob of the day.
Reach in from Zoe. You can see both Fudge and Harris really putting their dinks on that far left side of Zoe.
Zoe left that second forehand for Judith, and she just punches it a bit long. Not having any of that coming down the line at her.
Another game point on the side of the slice.
27-26.
Just out.
Right here. 27.
Too good from Zoe, bringing that flick down. We've got a game point on the side of the Night Owls.
Football being called on Zoe. Continuation after a volley.
What?
Oh, paddle.
Oh, her paddle.
Yeah. Wow, that was a sick point.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Shoot.
Our head referee catching that subtlety. she strikes it, and that paddle continues down and hits the kitchen, so that is a fault. She had her morning coffee. Head ref gluing in. That was an incredible exchange.
I know. A bummer for that point to end on a...
Time in. 28-28.
Good guide from Zoe. We mentioned at the top of this game, Fudge and Harris and their ability to just stay in the point and keep it going, and that is proving crucial here. That was long from Zoe. Got Slice taken at 30-28. So Slice now with a 2-0 lead going in to our mixed doubles matchup.
I think we're getting a challenge.
We have a challenge of the out call.
Oh, look at the crew in the booth getting us this instantaneously.
Oh, I don't know what that 75% deal.
I think it's out.
I was very confident in a ball that looked like this yesterday being out, and it was in.
I mean,
I know, but I'm not predicting on this one.
okay.
I've learned my lesson.
Sit on the fence. Sit on the net. Sit on that C&D net. Don't choose a side.
One mistake is enough for me. New York City, we are seeing a great matchup here between the Chicago Slice and the Las Vegas Night Owls. Slice currently have a 2-0 lead, so they've gotten themselves in a comfy spot going into this match. They will, if they win this, they'll win the match, and Vegas looking to take it to keep them going.
There.
I'm excited for this
Megan looking
matchup.
for Coach Carlos, saying, hey, that's the pattern. I think I can go. I think I can go toe to toe, backhand cross court.
Yeah, a bit of an untraditional or atypical setup here with both women playing on the left. We've got Rafa, a lefty, and Monroe, a mostly lefty.
Jack, mostly lefty, Monroe. Reminder, if you're relatively new to MLP, every game, every match counts. This is a regular season matchup between these two teams, and if you win 3-1 or 4-0, you always play 4 games, but if you win 3-1, 4-0, you come away with 3 points as a team. If you get into a dream breaker, meaning you split the 4 games 2-2, you could potentially end up winning that dream breaker and come away with 2 points. If you lose in the dream breaker, you come away with 1 point. So it's really critical to try to come away with something. Ideally, you're coming away with 3. Night Owls here need to win the next 2 mixed matches to have a shot at that. Ladies, and then a nice backhand flick cross court from Zoe.
4-2.
What's interesting when you get two lefty men is that they're going to be serving to each other, so the power of their serve is a little bit nullified as they go back and forth. Typically, the female is going to receive that serve from the man.
Wow.
Athletic crash there from Jack.
Nice ball from Rafa.
Zoe saying, no, don't try to pick on me. Bug on the court, we will humanely remove it. We're surrounded by nature, hundreds of acres, trees.
Yeah, we had a big old dragonfly land on our table earlier.
I almost squealed.
Yeah.
I almost ripped someone's ears off if they're on the stream.
5-6.
Right off the post.
Slice had won the toss to start this match, so they opted to react to mix. So that means the Night Owls sent Rafa and Zoe out here in a critical game 3, and the Slice were able to respond, and they decided to put up Jack and Megan. And Jack stumbled there for the finishing shot. He's all smiles. Evidently no foot fault there. Using those old school New Balance Boomer shoes. Rafa with a little bit of a Matt Wright impersonation there, yelling, "That's out." Great job from Megan. That's all her. A little too high there in those resets.
Is just
third shot
so
drop's not
good.
dead, Carolyn.
So good.
Yeah. She does such a good job of lifting it from low to high, giving it a little bit of topspin, and that thing does fall down at your ankles.
Change up from Zoe, but just maybe a little. Oh well, and also Jack's hand switch there.
I know it feels a little ambitious in a close game to me, but then again, if it worked, we would have been oohing and ahhing. Strong wrist flick there. Sick exchange between these two teams. Rafa standing big in the middle.
Really impressive point there, giving the Night Owls
here at MLP, and the Night Owls for so much of the season so far were that dominant team, that good gelling energy. Made some changes and still trying to kind of recover and find their groove again as a team.
Shot that Zoe attempted earlier, but Megan having success with that pull over Rafa's right shoulder.
I like Jack's very emotive in a confident way, but it's usually to himself for the bench. He kind of turns back, says, no, not having it here, buddy.
Lost tap.
It's been tough for the men to get involved in the kitchen as the ladies are more comfortable with the backhand dink cross court, and just a little bit too much risk, I think, with trying to bring that ball middle as those lefties are hunched over in the middle. Defense, clean winner from Rafa. Is that you're ready for the next one. She has such great movement in that lateral step to her right. We saw that in the women's doubles game, and we're still seeing it here as she's still on the left.
Today is the day of long matches. We just, over on center court, there was a 33-31 game of men's doubles between DC and Columbus. The edge going to DC there. If you want to, they'll be starting their women's doubles matchup pretty quickly, so if you want to check that out, you can head over to pickleballtv.com. Otherwise, keep hanging here. Great, I was going to say, great.
Don't
great
shoo them
battle.
away. Yeah, we got a great top mix pairing right now.
17.
Rafa's played smart. Zoe's doing Zoe things. Trying to force a meaningful game 4. And I don't mind the flick from Zoe, but she's going cross court to Megan's forehand just a few too many times. I think she has to bring that sharper and softer back behind her, or try to jack a little bit, catch him off guard. Both Rafa and Jack trying to go sharp on those two-handed dinks.
Timeout Las Vegas. 19-17. 1 minute.
And should be noted, Megan and Jack have a lot of playing experience together. They've paired up quite a few times on the APP tour. Have had some success there. Now bring it to MLP.
Letting everyone here know.
18-19.
So important in MLP, just move on to the next one. You know, it could be a bad one, forced error, or uncharacteristic to you, but just really got to move forward. And the other subtle key thing is trying to stack up 2 in a row, you know, not just trading, but see if you can win one and then on your serve get into the point, get into the kitchen and win another. That was meaningful little spurts can add up.
19-20.
New York City. Right now, championship court.
And the finish with the right from Jack Monroe as he jumps the side of the kitchen. Showing all the tools that we've seen on social media.
21-19.
Giving the slice an opportunity.
22-19.
Good call from Rafa and good lead from Zoe. Obviously that youthful funk and creativity and athleticism, but it meets this high floor of hit mini balls, get into the kitchen, dink. Starting to prove that he can do it all.
Time in. 22-22.
jump by Rafa. Zoe had her head down. She went line for the first time, I think, this game. Or sorry, Megan went line.
Right here.
And Rafa finishes it.
23, 22.
Smart from Zoe, just slightly changing her spot there.
That's just such an important and subtle part of dinking, is change up the spot. You don't need to add more power or more spin, just move it 1 to 2 feet left, right. And the Night Owls go on a 6-point run, and they come back and win this game 3. Really good fight from Rafa and Zoe.
Yeah, really impressive.
And now game 4, a lot of pressure on the slice. Brennan and Allison Harris.
And Vegas just clinched an essential win in the first of the mixed doubles games, and now we've got the second one. We're about to be underway with Blaine Havenier and Judith Castillo on the side of the Night Owls, playing against Allison Harris and Brendan Long on the side of the Chicago Slice. See if Vegas can push this to a dream breaker.
Nice angle put away, and the Night Owls energy right out the gate.
Can always count on Blaine for that.
Blaine has come onto the scene. College tennis, was based in LA, now in Dallas. Played big for the Mad Drops. Salt Lake City really put his name on the map. Him and Hunter beating J-Dub and Augie. He had a mixed win against J-Dub in Georgia. You know, really showing that he can play under crunch time. It's not easy to fill in on a team spot with rally scoring and all the eyeballs on you.
Yeah, it was on the heels of his great performance as a sub on the Mad Drops that he ended up getting picked up on by the Night Owls. They saw how he could play in this format and wanted to make him part of the team.
Oh, hectic point there. Good get from Allison, and Blaine was there for an easy Ernie punch. Judith saying, stop picking on me. If you want to hit me every ball, I'm going to make you pay. Blaine trying to find his footing with his length. Obviously has a great drive, good return. But he's trying to find that kind of balance of being the aggressive left side male and mixed. He's been so steady in men's on that right with that backhand punch, ability to dink, ability to drop. It's always a fun kind of journey to get accustomed to the different strategies. And I think similar to the men's game, where I said the slice should be playing a little bit slower, a little smarter, you know, extending the points. I think they should be trying to do that here as best they can, but the Night Owls want a crash and a whiff and a bash. But the Night Owls want to play hectic. They want to play fast.
That ball stays. And it looked like, but Vegas calling it out. Let's see.
Score is 6-3 Las Vegas.
In.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Overturned, challenged and overturned calls will be a loss of a point. So they are going to have to deploy eagle eyes. Which seems valid.
And now our head ref is on the mic talking with the truck to figure out I think if they can get another look at it. So sorry for all the uncertainty. This has just been a fun and chaotic sequence of events. We had a ball ruled out that was then challenged by the Slice successfully. The Night Owls had run out of their free challenges, so they incurred a 1-point penalty. That's a 2-point swing. And as play resumed with a serve, UDIT just didn't play the serve. And so theoretically that would be a Slice win. And that's what they're trying to advocate for now. And we have head ref Courtney Johnson on the scene now. This is all just a fabricated attempt from us to keep you on the stream for many minutes. That's how we get compensated. Talk time.
We'll tell you too, you can see sort of behind the court, there's some teams warming up. You've got the Florida Smash warming up behind us. Rafa seemingly explaining to Rettenmeyer what's going on. We've got the whole facility involved in this. But anyway, Florida Smash warming up. They'll be playing next here on Grandstand against the Brooklyn Aces. And on championship court, we have again, we mentioned earlier, a matchup between DC and Columbus underway. DC won both the gender doubles matches, so they're up 2-0 going in to those mixed matches. So some really great games underway. Here we have a full day ahead of us. We apologize for the lag on this particular match, but looks like we're about to get some clarity.
Video review. The player did not put her hand up to stop play after the serve was served. Therefore, it is a fault on your side on Las Vegas. The score will be 5-4.
All right, so nope, no hand up from UDIT to stop the play. Thus, it is indeed a point for the Slice. So now Slice have taken the lead early in this game, 5-4. And a lot, perhaps an excessive amount of chirping on the side of Vegas for a missed third.
Yeah, Coach Steve Deacon putting on his Ryan Harwood hat over there, yelling at Brennan for his missed third shot drive.
Again, this is a very important game in this match. If Slice wins it, they take the match and get 3 crucial points.
There, but good pressure from Blaine, being big on the left side, big in the middle. To say Mari Hamburg before he does that. Really nifty wrist flick out to the sideline there.
7-7.
Big serve from Blaine. I think he's gotten a couple points off of that so far.
Maybe the fives on the practice court, their team energy is rubbing off on the Night Owls just a little bit here.
Yeah, we need a Deacon cam.
8, 9.
Nice reach in there from Brennan, playing long.
Living up to his name.
I didn't even have to wink or elbow jabber for that one. Thank you for that Deacon cam we made. He's been loud. He's been chirping. It's not just the cheering for his own players. It's been opponent chirping. A little confusion there in the middle for the Night Owls.
10, 9.
Gosh, I was just about to say Harris being so consistent in this game. Uncommon misting from her there, but she's making a lot of balls.
And I was just about to comment on Blaine's great third shot drops. I really was. I mean, he can grip it and rip it. He's got a great drive that's powerful and it dips. But he's got a lot of the soft stuff, and that's why he had such a good run. The mad drops in Premier, you can't just grip it and rip it. You gotta work your way in. I'm gonna call it now, but I think this match between these two teams, they're gonna see each other later in the year. They may even see each other next week down in Virginia Beach. Could well see each other in the playoffs. I think there's going to be a little bit of
rivalry.
Yeah. The sport needs it. We want it. And I think it's naturally kind of being created here today.
11, 12.
Lob goes just a little bit long from Harris.
Let's call it the Vulcan V-Pro flight of the day. Boy, look at this. Look at those hands from Blaine.
There's just
courtside energy and volume are near. We're taking over the championship court energy here.
ooh, lucky. Bit
You
of
think
a
that
lucky
was a
bounce.
sarcastic good job, you know, as he taps that paddle?
You know, no, I don't think so. I was about to say with Blaine, one of the things I really appreciate about him is he
13, 14.
gets so fired up and so hyped, but it's all always as positive moments on the side of himself or his team. You never really see him doing a big celebration
Chest
for a
out,
missed
yeah.
third, for a, you know, a long serve. He's never really celebrating the mistakes of his opponents. He's mostly just getting hyped on his own great play or that of his teammates.
I think that's well said. That's a pattern I think Brennan has a significant advantage in. We didn't really see that play out in men's all too much. Oh, Allison Hertz saying, stay on your side, young man. Great job being ready there in the middle with the two-hander.
Yeah, she was waiting for that. Nice dip and drive from long.
Baselines are long enough because Blaine in his retreat, you know, we don't want him stumbling into the
Yeah.
sideline boards. We definitely need that 8 feet.
Oh, just wide.
Almost felt like a hybrid drive there.
Neck and neck.
That adrenaline's flowing just a little bit much, but he knows it. So everyone would be better served dialing down that drive to 70 or 80% of their true max power. Not only is he having that powerful forehand in the middle, he's creating a little bit of topspin with it. It's not just flat. Really hard to pick up multiple times in a row.
18, 19.
Long doing a nice job avoiding the kitchen there. This momentum almost pulled him in.
I don't believe it. I think he just did that as part of his
dramatic effects.
Half Ernie corner shtick. I think he just wanted a reason to go to the sideline to get a high five.
Oh, lucky off the tape there. Vegas looking for a big stop here out of their timeout. There it is. Tensions get high as a team starts to inch their way towards that big goal of getting first to 24 and then finishing things out. Yeah, a lot of nerves. Really important to avoid getting tight. Harrison Long actually, I think, pretty uniquely strong at that.
Sitter as a speed up ball, just pushes it inside out to Blaine's backhand. Great job from B Long. Brennan continuing with the antics of challenge it, saying challenge it, knowing that they have no free challenges remaining. And we've got our first match point.
24-19.
Vegas calls it out. Oh, that might have been wide. Vegas calls it out. We'll take another closer look. Slice challenging.
There's been a challenge to the out call by Las Vegas.
A lead from the front here, Carolyn. And say that is out.
I think so too.
Out. That dime size kind of crown of the ball out, and I don't think there's a majority of the ball overlapping with the line there. I hate to use those think. It looks like that's the best we can do right now. Thank you for Keaton and the crew getting such a quick and fast look at that. Would have been a pretty nasty match point to finish off an ATP. Unlike championship fans and
after video review, the call is overturned, the ball was in.
See, that's what happened yesterday.
Okay, well, what
this 75% rule thing is confusing.
Well, what a beautiful match point off the ATP from Allison Harris. The Chicago Slice take this last game. It's 3-1 for them. They continue an undefeated weekend in New York City.
For those of you at home, to clarify that call, so about a month ago, that ball would have been out for sure. But with this new replay system that was implemented on September 1st, there is a slight alteration